Hello movie lovers, and welcome back to our channel. Today, we're diving into the extraordinary life and career of a true Hollywood titan. The one and only Bette Davis. With eyes that could command a room and a will of iron that reshaped what it meant to be a leading lady. Bette Davis wasn't just a star, she was a force of nature. So grab your popcorn, and let's explore the incredible journey of the First Lady of the American screen. Born Ruth Elizabeth Davis in Lowell, Massachusetts in 1908, young Bette knew from an early age that the stage was her destiny. Her mother, Ruthie, was her fiercest supporter, encouraging her dreams even when others doubted her. After studying dance and attending drama school in New York City, Bette landed her first Broadway role. Her unique intensity and raw talent were undeniable, but Hollywood was a different beast altogether. When she first arrived in Hollywood in 1930, studio executives were unimpressed. They famously claimed she had as much sex appeal as Slim Somerville. Can you imagine? They just didn't know what to do with her unconventional beauty and powerful presence. Her initial films were forgettable, and she was nearly sent packing back to New York. But Bette was a fighter. She was determined to prove them all wrong. The turning point came in 1934 with the film of Human Bondage. Bette fought tooth and nail for the role of the venomous, manipulative waitress, Mildred Rogers. It was a risky part, one that most actresses of the era would have avoided. But Bette dove in headfirst, delivering a performance so electrifying and fearless that it shocked audiences and critics alike. Though she was famously snubbed for an Oscar that year, the outcry was so immense it led the Academy to allow write-in votes for the first and only time. Bette Davis had officially arrived. This was just the beginning. The following year, she won her first Academy Award for Best Actress for the film Dangerous. She had proven her bankability, but her battle with the studio system was far from over. Bette wasn't content playing the demure heroines that were typical of the time. She craved complex, challenging, and often unlikable characters. This led to constant clashes with the head of Warner Brothers, Jack Warner. In a move that was unheard of at the time, Bette sued Warner Brothers in 1937 to get out of her contract. Arguing it was a form of slavery, she wanted creative freedom and the right to choose better scripts. She traveled to England for the court case, and although she ultimately lost, she won a major victory in the court of public opinion. Warner Bros., realizing they had a formidable and valuable asset, began offering her the quality roles she deserved. The late 1930s and 1940s became Bette's golden era. She was the undisputed queen of Warner Brothers. Think of the iconic films, Jezebel, which won her a second Oscar, Dark Victory, where she broke our hearts as a dying heiress, The Letter, and The Little Foxes. She wasn't afraid to be unsympathetic, to be flawed, to be real. She played strong, independent women who defied societal expectations, and audiences adored her for it. Her characters were often headstrong, intelligent, and in complete control, reflecting the very nature of the actress who portrayed them. One of her most legendary roles came in 1950 with All About Eve. As the aging Broadway star Margot Channing, Bette delivered one of cinema's most memorable performances. The line, "Fasten your seatbelts, it's going to be a bumpy night," became her trademark. The film was a massive success, earning a record 14 Oscar nominations and revitalizing Bette's career, proving that even in her 40s, she was still a powerhouse. But Hollywood is a fickle town. As she aged, the great roles began to dry up. Never one to sit idly by, Bette placed a now famous ad in the trade papers that read, "Mother of 3, -10, 11 and 15, divorcee, American." 30 years' experience as an actress in motion pictures, still mobile and more affable than rumor would have it. Wants steady employment in Hollywood. This bold move led to a career resurgence in a new genre, the psychological thriller. This brought her to Whatever Happened to Baby Jane. In 1962, where she co-starred with her longtime rival, Joan Crawford, the onset and offset feud between these two legends is the stuff of Hollywood lore. Their genuine animosity translated into palpable, terrifying on-screen tension, making the film a shocking and massive box office hit. It earned Bette her final Oscar nomination and solidified her status as a cultural icon who could reinvent herself time and time again. Throughout her life, Bette was known for her sharp wit, her unfiltered honesty, and her complete dedication to her craft. She was married 4 times and was a devoted mother to her children, Though her relationships were often as dramatic as her film roles, she never softened her edges to please anyone, and that's precisely why we love her. She famously said, "I have no use for people who have learned the limits of the possible." Bette Davis lived her life by pushing those limits, both on screen and off. In her later years, she faced significant health challenges, but she never lost her fighting spirit. She continued to act in television and film, wrote candid autobiographies, and was celebrated with Lifetime Achievement Awards. When she accepted the AFI Life Achievement Award in 1977, she was the first woman to receive the honor, a testament to her groundbreaking career. Bette Davis passed away in 1989, leaving behind a legacy of over 100 films and a reputation as one of the greatest actors in history. She wasn't just playing a part, she was deconstructing and reconstructing what a woman on screen could be. She was fierce, she was flawed, she was brilliant, and she was utterly unforgettable. Her influence can still be seen today in actors who dare to take risks and portray complex, powerful women. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey through the life of the incredible Bette Davis. What's your favorite Bette Davis film? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more stories about the legends of Hollywood. We'll see you next time.